Hey everyone, I'm Sarah. Thanks for joining me for church today. We're gonna have so much fun wrapping up our series all about royalty. We've been learning about different kings and queens in the Bible and what it means to be royal. And did you know you don't even have to be a king or queen to be royal? Cool, right? Royalty means having the qualities of a king or queen. So that means we can be royal too, when we do some of the good things we see these kings and queens from the Bible doing. And today, we're going to be learning about an amazing queen from the Bible. Any ideas who it could be? Okay, while you think about it, let's check out our Bible verse. It's 2 Timothy 3:16 through 17, and it says, "All scripture is inspired by God and is useful to teach us what is true and to make us realize what is wrong in our lives. It corrects us when we are wrong and teaches us to do what is right." God uses it to prepare and equip his people to do every good work. Let's stand up right now and sing that song.
All scripture is inspired by God and is useful to teach us what is true and to make us realize what is wrong in our lives. What is wrong in our lives? It corrects us when we are wrong and teaches us to do what is right. God uses it to prepare and equip his people to do every good work.
2 Timothy 3:16 and 17.
Teach us what is true and to make us realize what is wrong in our lives. What is wrong in our lives? It corrects us when we are wrong and teaches us to do what is right. God uses it to prepare and equip his people to do every good work.
2 Timothy 3:16 and 17. And 17.
That song reminds me that the stories we read about kings and queens in the Bible are meant to teach us to do good things. One good thing we can do is be brave and always do the right thing for God. Even if you're scared or don't know what choice to make, you can pray to God and ask him to help you know what's right. Speaking of brave and doing the right thing, did you guess who our Bible story is about? It's Queen Esther. She was faced with a hard choice. Let's check out this Bible story to find out more about what choice she made. Let's watch.
Slapstick Theater, Esther's Request to the King. This is Esther, who was a Jewish orphan who lived in Persia during the reign of King Xerxes. Esther was adopted by her relative, Mordecai, who worked in the palace of the king. Once, Mordecai had even saved the king's life.
Yep.
Esther became the queen of Persia, but no one knew she was a Jew because Mordecai told her to keep it a secret. This is Haman, who is the second most powerful man in Persia. Haman hated Mordecai because Mordecai wouldn't bow down to him. So Haman convinced King Xerxes to make a decree to kill all Mordecai's people, the Jews. When Mordecai learned about this, he was very upset, as were all the Jews in Persia. when Queen Esther's servants came and told her about how upset Mordecai was. She sent one of her servants, Hatach, to go to Mordecai and find out what was troubling him. So Hatach went out to Mordecai, and Mordecai told him of the plan to kill God's people. Mordecai said that he wanted Esther to go to the king to ask for him to save the Jews. Esther knew that anyone who went to the king without being called could be put to death. But Mordecai reminded Esther that she may have been made queen for such a time as this. So Esther asked for the Jews to fast for 3 days. Then Esther put on her royal robes and went before the king. When the king saw Esther, he was happy to see her and asked, "What do you want, Queen Esther? I will give it to you, even if it's half the kingdom." So Esther asked the king if he and Haman would come to a banquet that she had prepared for them, and the king agreed. Esther held a banquet and then asked the king and Haman to come to a second banquet the next night. That night, the king was reminded of how Mordecai had once saved his life. King Xerxes decided that he must honor Mordecai and that Haman would help. Then, at the second banquet, Esther told the king about the plot against her people. The king was angry and asked, "Who would do such a thing?" Esther said it was Haman, and the king ordered Haman to be killed on that very night. But the decree to kill all the Jews was still in place, and the Jews were still in danger. So Mordecai asked the king to issue a new decree so that the Jews could defend themselves. The king did, and the Jews defeated all their enemies. God's people were saved and celebrated their great victory.
Wow, she was faced with a choice that truly could have been life or death. She did what was right, even though it put her in danger. She knew what God wanted her to do, and she did it. That reminds me of our big idea for today. I can be royal like Queen Esther when I choose to do what is right. You see, Esther had a choice. She could have played it safe and kept her mouth shut, which would have been the safer thing for her to do. But her people may have died. Instead, she chose the harder thing, which was speaking up to the king and telling him about Haman's plan to kill the Jews. Doing that could have gotten her killed, but she knew it was the right thing to do. Talk about brave. We can do the right thing too by choosing to do what is right, even if it's scary, or standing up for what's right, even if the people around us aren't doing the right thing. And we can always trust God's plan, even when we don't understand it. You know what? I think Greg is going to face a choice in today's episode of Greg on the Go. I wonder if he'll make the right one. Let's check it out.
What's up, Master Builders, and welcome to Greg on the Go, my new show where me and my cameraman Dan go on the hunt for extraordinary, incredible things. Today, we're at the magical kingdom of Legoland. Now you might be wondering, why do I call it a kingdom? Well, growing up, my favorite Lego sets were the Lego Kingdom series, with kings, queens, knights, and castles. So, let's get inside this enchanted kingdom and see what we can find. Let's go, Dan. Let's go, Dan! What's up, Lego lovers, and welcome to the last and final episode of Greg on the Go. Now, for today's episode, we have something really special planned. My cameraman, Dan, has hidden a special prize somewhere here in the park, and we have to go on a quest to find it. But what's a quest without a trusty map? Lucky for me, cameraman Dan has made me a map here to find a prize. We've been a lot of places in the park. The Lego Movie World, Explorers Island, Fun Town. Oh, right here, Dan, the hideaways. Now, if I was hiding something, I think I'd go there first. To the hideaways. You're a sneaky one, Dan. All right, Dan, so we made it to the hideaways. The perfect place to hide the first clue. Now, there's many places to look in here. It's like a massive jungle gym. So we're gonna have to, we got the first clue. It's right here, Dan. Right before the hideaways. You found the first clue, but in order to find the treasure, you'll have to search high and low. High and low. I don't know what that means yet, Dan, but we gotta go into the hideaways and find out. Let's go. Whoa, this is a big jungle. Look, up only. So to go low to high, we're on low, so we gotta go up high. Let's start climbing. Whoa, this is harder than it looks, Dan. Go around. So low to high. We're definitely up high now. Let's start hunting. Whoa, look out, Dan. Oh, these things are crazy. Let's go, Dan. Low to high. We gotta keep going up. We gotta go through the tunnel. Let's go. Dan, I think I'm getting closer. We made it through the first dark tunnel. I can smell the next clue. Let's keep moving. Going down, Dan. There's multiple layers to this maze, Dan. Let's keep moving. So we're at the Eagle's Nest, one of the highest points in the hideaways, and there's only one place where the last clue could be, through the super slide. Let's go, Dan. Oh, that was awesome. The final clue. Okay, let's see what we have here, Dan. So you're on an adventure, but you're not there yet. This isn't the final clue. There's more clues. We gotta go to our trusty map. The Adventures Club. That's where the next clue is. I knew it, Dan. Let's keep moving. So we made it to the Adventures Club, and this place is supposed to be awesome. Rainforest, ice caves, we're in for an adventure. And I think the final clue's in here. Let's go inside, Dan. Whoa, Lego spider. Whoa, Lego vulture. Not in there, let's go. Whoa, Egyptian Lego ruins. I think the clue might be in here. Okay, we searched all the ruins. We gotta make our way to the final place, the ice cave. Let's go. We made it to the final section of Adventures Club, the snow cave. It's getting cold in here, Dan. You better put on your jacket. The final clue's gotta be in here somewhere. Oh, in the snow wolf's mouth. Oh, that is a full Lego snow wolf. I knew it'd be in there, Dan. Only the true royal will choose the right path. The right path. Left, right. We gotta go to the right. Let's go, Dan. Whoa, we found the final prize. Let's make our way out of here. It's getting cold. Wow, Dan, that was an awesome scavenger hunt. We found our final prize. Whoa, Super Mario Castle. Let's take this thing back to the castle so we can open it up and see what a real castle looks like. Let's go, Dan. Okay, piece 468. It's complete. Wow, I feel like a kid again. I mean, I can't even begin to tell you how excited I am. Although, you probably already know I'm pretty obsessed with kings and queens and castles. But we spent a lot of this series talking about kings, but today it's all about a queen. To me, the story of Esther is one of the most inspiring royal stories in the whole Bible. Like David, she wasn't born royal, but when the king chose her to be his next wife, Esther's life completely changed. As queen, she was loved for her beauty, but she held very little power, and much of her life was left to decisions of the king. Esther also had a secret. She was Jewish. To make matters worse, Haman, one of the king's top advisors, was scheming to kill all the Jewish people. But we know that God put her in that position as a queen for a reason. Rather than staying quiet to protect herself, Esther chose to do what was right. She bravely went before the king and told him about Haman's evil plan. Esther chose to do what was right, even when it was hard and scary. Now, while the choice that I was faced with in the ice cave wasn't quite life or death like Esther's choice, I learned that it's always worth it to choose the right thing. God will always be with us when we do, even if it's a hard decision. You see, God puts people in the right place at the right time for His good plans. And just like Esther, we get the choice to do what's right and be a part of that plan. So, how can we be royal like Queen Esther? Well, we choose to do what's right. It doesn't matter if we're at home, school, playing at the park, but we can choose to do the right thing everywhere we go. Part of learning how to do the right thing is talking to God and other people who know and love God when you feel scared or need help. Trusting in God's good plan even when we don't understand it yet. The yet part is key. And one thing that's always right is helping other people. when we choose to do the right thing, we can show other people what it means to follow God. No matter how big or small, doing the right thing will always matter and be big to God. Thank you guys so much for watching Greg on the Go. It's been so much fun to make this series, exploring the kingdom of Legoland and learning about some of the kings and queens in the Bible. But remember, the greatest and only true king is King Jesus. And we can be truly loyal when we choose to love and follow him. I can't wait to see you all again soon for more adventures. Have a great week. Dan, we gotta come up with a new show. See you guys. Greg on the Go, Greg on the Go. Where do we go next?
Whoa, that was the ultimate treasure hunt. So cool. And Greg was able to find the treasure because he chose the right path. Part of following the right path means choosing the right thing. Esther chose the right thing in our Bible story, and she was so brave and amazing. But there's someone royal who is actually even more amazing than Esther, King Jesus. We've learned about some amazing kings and queens these last few weeks, but always remember the most important king that we can try to be like is Jesus. Well, it's been so fun hanging out with you today. I hope you remember that you can always choose to do the right thing. And hey, we'd love to see you in person too, so check out our campus locations and find a Saddleback Kids near you. Don't forget, we have some awesome activity sheets, coloring pages, and even some stuff for your parents online at saddlebackkids.com. Check it out, and we'll see you here with an awesome new series next week. Bye!